Hi everyone, it's Miss Fillion here again, and today I'm going to show you how to embed a YouTube video onto one of your Mahara portfolio pages. So we've been doing quite a few activities, and one of our activities included working on the art of storytelling, where I asked you to go to YouTube and find a video for an advertisement that actually told a story. So we want to actually, instead of having our viewer of our portfolio have to click on a link and then go open up that video and watch it in YouTube, we want that YouTube video to play right in our portfolio. So that's why we want to embed it. So the first thing I need to do, of course, is decide on if I either have a page already ready or if I need to make a page. So I'm going to go to Portfolio Pages. And then I can search for a page if I think I already started one. Maybe we've been working on other activities. Or I can look through my pages that I have, which are in alphabetical order. Again, this is why we name our pages very carefully. In my case, I have not yet started the art of storytelling, a page for that. So I'm going to create a page. And I'm going to call it the art of storytelling. And I'm not going to include a page description, because it's really redundant. And then I have my page. Now, this is one of those sections of your portfolio where you're going to have a lot of leeway, because we're probably going to do several activities when it comes to the art of storytelling, so this is a bit of a sidebar. And you may decide that putting all of that on a single page of your portfolio might become a little cumbersome, but those are decisions you're going to have to make. It all depends on how well you lay things out. So some of you may actually opt to create a whole section of pages where they all belong to, you'll make one that's a title page and then have different activities on different pages, and some of you are going to make decisions to put it all on one page. Again, up to you. Remember that part of the criteria for your portfolio is your visual design and organization. So really contemplate that carefully. For now, I'm just going to concentrate on the one activity, and I'm going to go ahead and edit my layout for that activity. And then I can always make decisions to change things later. So I know that my activity actually has 5 parts to it. So we worked on this Google Doc before. I know that I need to include my commercial. I know that I have a plot summary and a universal message and product, and the connection between the message and product that I need to accommodate. And I'm kind of thinking, and this is just me, I'm kind of thinking I want these 2 side by side in one row, and then these 3 underneath that in separate columns, but all in the same second row. So I'm going to go back to, so this is part of, visual design. I might end up not liking that design and changing it, but for now, that's what I'm kind of thinking. I've already looked through all the layouts that are available, and I know that none of the layouts, even in the advanced options, actually had a split first row. So I'm going to go ahead and create a custom layout. And technically, I've done this once before, so it's already sitting right here, but I'm going to show you how to do a custom layout just for the heck of it. So number of columns, I want to make sure in my row 1 that I have 2 columns. And 50-50 sounds okay for now. Let's try it, see how that works. And then I'm going to add a row, and I know that in my second row I want the 3 columns to accommodate the other 3 items of information, so it ends up looking a little bit like this. I'm fine with those 3 things for now being even, right? They're all even. If I'm happy with this layout, then I'm going to hit Create New Layout, and then it's going to show up here, and make sure that it's highlighted. Don't forget to hit Create New Layout, because if you just go ahead and hit Save, then you won't have this layout selected. You have to make sure that it's selected, and then I'm going to go ahead and hit Save. So as usual, you can't see any of that layout here. You could, of course, like in a previous video on how to lay out your page, you can go to your settings and put in the little boxes for each row that shows you where you can add a column on either side. I, in my head already know the layout, and don't forget, every time you click on one of these items, it's going to give you a chance to decide which block on your page you want to put this item. So I'm going to start with the video because that's exactly what we're here to learn today. I'm going to go down to external because again I'm reaching out to an external source and I want to include YouTube is outside of Mahara, right? It's separate from Mahara, so we want to include YouTube. You can see that standard little emblem that you're used to seeing when it comes to YouTube. So I'm going to click on that one because, and not on Google Apps this time. I'm going to tell it, it's already defaulted to that very first cell or block on the page. And you know, you don't have an option but at the top of the cell because you don't have anything else in that cell right now with it. So I'm going to add my video there. And then I'm just going to go ahead and take the title off here. We've talked before how you have to make good decisions whether you need a title for each block or not. Maybe I'll put it back if I find that it looks unbalanced with the other 4 items where I actually am going to put block titles this time. I'm going to put a title on that is the plot summary. I'm going to add a title where I say that this is the universal message. So, and if I'm going to put my text straight up in those boxes. Of course, if I make that text really pretty in a Google slide and save that as an image, then maybe I put the title right on it. So again, these are decisions you have to make. Do you need this title or not? Right now I'm going to go with no, and I can always come back and add one. So now it's asking me for my URL or embed code. We want the embed code. Again, we don't want just a link. We want to actually put this. The embed code will actually put a player and the video right in your portfolio, so your viewer of your portfolio never has to leave the portfolio to see the advertisement that you are analyzing. So that means I actually have to go find my video. I already found my video and made sure it was open and ready to go. So here it is. So you just have to go to YouTube, find your video. You already have, if you were working, you know that you already have a hyperlink for it. We already worked on that, so you just have to click on that hyperlink and open it. And then you have some, you'll see, you make sure your video is open, and then you can see that you have some opportunities here, some items that you can click on. The one that we want is share. And then one of the items that comes up right away is the embed code. So if it's not highlighted, then click on embed. You can click on all of these different things to give you different options, but we want this embed code. It's already highlighted. I'm going to use my keyboard controls to copy that. I'm going to go Control C. And then I'm going to go back to my Mahara portfolio, and I'm going to paste. I'm going to use my keyboard controls again. I'm going to Control V as in Victor, and I'm going to put that information right there. I'm not going to mess with any of these defaults right now. We'll wait and see what it looks like. And then I'm going to hit save. And there you have it. There's my video on one side of my page. I know that I have another block or cell on this side of the page where I'm going to put my plot summary for this particular advertisement. And then I know that I actually have cells under here to put the rest of my information from my activity on my page. And if I put it, there it is. It plays without all the messy side stuff that you would see if you were actually using a link. Of course, the other thing I'll advise you, this comes right off. This is a grocery store, in case you didn't see that in the Google Doc. This is a grocery store. I made sure that I linked to their website, not anybody else's website. Right to their. They have a website. They have a YouTube channel where they post their ads. Most of your companies, professional companies, will do that. So be careful about that. Make sure you've played your video through before you embed it here, to make sure that you don't have a video that has any glitches in it, or sometimes some unscrupulous people add some inappropriate items to videos. Always be careful that you've viewed your video in its entirety and start selecting a video that's appropriate to be sharing as part of your learning portfolio. But other than that, that's how you embed a YouTube video. Easy peasy. Next, I'm going to show you how to embed a Google Drive video. Until then, good luck, take care, and bye for now.